marriage is about to come. So let's jam those hands together as we welcome Jane Serumaga. And you got music, turn it up. Turn it up, turn it up. Yes. Clap those hands, clap those hands, clap those hands. Let me see it, let me tell you shit.
Thank you so much, Kenny. Okay, so I'm sure these people want to know, everything about this book. I met, I think, was it someone had told me they were going to buy like 10 books at once. I don't remember. Was it Flavia? Was it you, Flavia? No? Yeah, okay. So they want to know what the book is about, So can you tell us, what the book is about and what inspired you to write this book?
Well, once again, I'm so happy to see all of you, and the wife wants the husband to fix things. Well, there's a writer, John Falcon. He says that when we tell our stories, they shape us. They reveal what we believe and what the values we possess. So this book, what made me write it was my own experience. I realized that as soon everything that had happened, as you read, I don't want to start telling you, I know some, when I tell everything, then they will want to read the book. But I noticed that every time I got a chance to share a little bit of my story, I remember very vividly a person that I felt deep in my heart to call one day when I was driving, and she said to me that if I had not called her, she was going to drive near a river that she had seen around the place, and she was about, what would have happened. But she said, thank you so much that you've just called me. And then as we were talking, I was telling her more about my story, and she was so blessed. And you don't want to know where she is right now, doing so well. So that really, with all the stories that different people that I was telling my story and they were being blessed, I said I felt the need, because I noticed that my story was so relatable to everybody. I noticed that many people go through situations, storms, challenges, and I was like, how far can I send this? How best can I reach others who do not speak Luganda like me? Because some of the people I'm speaking to are Luganda speakers. But then how can I reach my friend who is Dominican? How can I reach an Asian? And one of the best ways, because there are many other ways we can reach others, I noticed that it could be through the book Above the Storm.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I know writing a book is not easy at all. I've never written a book, but I can only imagine, the challenges you faced. I read a couple of books, and I can tell like they went through a lot to put it together. Were there any challenges you faced during writing this book?
Oh yeah, a lot of challenges. Most so when you live here in the States, right, where we don't have any help at home, where you have to wake up in the midst of the night. So it wasn't such an easy thing. And by then, I didn't know about, there are some apps that are coming up. For those of you who are excited and want to do some writing, there are some apps that are coming up that can be even helpful. But when I was writing, I didn't have that chance. So it took me some 2 years putting this down.
Wow.
Yes, because in between work, in between school, in between my family, in between other people that I serve, it was such a challenging moment. And during that moment, there was self-doubt, that comes in. I'm like, am I really that good to write? Maybe that should be for, that self-doubt could come in. But as I said, with resilience and with persistence, I did it. Yeah. And you can do it.
Yes. Yeah, we've always known you as a person of resilience, strength, toughness.
Yes.
And we like that about you. And even, I know the book is about Jesse and, everything you went through, during that time. And I've seen like families, sometimes they go through challenges and, it breaks the family up,
Yes. Yes.
The husband either goes away or the wife goes away, and, it can be very challenging, when family go through issues like that. So I was wondering, what was your husband's, role in this? How did he support you? What did he do?
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Sam. Thank you so much. So that's the truth. When, I don't know, for those of you who are from Africa, I remember when we were growing up, when a baby pooped, sorry to say it, the fathers usually call the mothers, right? Hey, come take your child. When the child is sick, that's your child, right? Until they are graduating or they are marrying, then they are father's children, right? But I'm so grateful because that's not my husband. He's just a safe haven for me. He's just that glue that I need to, glue us up in our family. I usually call him my gentle giant, and he's like, am I really a giant? But he's such a gentle one that in the midst of the night, I can wake him up. Even before I talk about the challenges with the time when our son was sick, but even as I was writing, during that challenging time, as I said, I wake him up because my brain, the way it works is so crazy. I could be sleeping, everyone thinks I'm sleeping, then I just wake up and remember something and I have to work on it. So I could wake him up, he's maybe dreaming, I don't know, and I'm like, honey, how do you think what happened when we were in the hospital at this time? Because I want to write it in the midst of the night, and he's not gonna complain. He will tell me, okay, I think that's when this and that happened. But during the time when our son was sick, to go a little bit in that, as you'll find it in the book. Our son reacted to medication way back in Uganda, and my husband was working north of the city, and he had to be called to be told what was going on. But this guy never gave up on us. It was such a terrible moment that people could look. If you could look at my son, I wanted them to show on the screen, but I didn't want to terrify anybody. But it was such a crazy, very, very hard moment for us as a family and to those who knew us. But my husband, we were young, we're growing now, but we were very young, just been married for maybe 5 years, honey, well, 5 years or, yeah. I mean, we're still young. He would have just gone to the neighbor around. But he stood and he was right there. And because of the love that my husband had, when he comes in the hospital and our son is on these monitors, they're about to give up, the doctors are like, we don't know what's going to happen. When he walks into the room, the intensive care unit where our son was, they all ran to me and said, his oxygen is going up, his oxygen is going up, because he had his voice. That's how good and committed this guy is, my husband. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being lovable. Thank you for being my love. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for taking care of our children. Thank you for being so supportive. I could not have done this without him, I'm telling you. I could not have done it. But I love you from the bottom of my heart, and you know, I would give it all for you.
Come on, let's clap our hands for Mr. Serumaga. That's so beautiful. Okay, so let's go back to the I want to ask you, as the writer of this book, Above the Storm, what message do you think you want the readers, your audience, to get from reading the book?
Yes, for the readers, I know some are going to be out of here, but what I would love the readers to take out of this book, there are several, but I'll give some few, that as you read this book, I just want you to know that storms are there for us to learn, to become wiser, to become better, to become strong, that you are not alone. In every situation, you are not alone. Your faith is going to grow when you are going through the storm. Your faith will grow in what you believe in. Your faith is going to grow. So what I would want the readers to take out is that gratitude for the storm. Embrace it, I would love the readers to take resilience with them. Resilience is like a muscle. You grow it. You grow resilience. It's not like an innate trait. No. Resilience is something that you grow every day with persistence, with patience, with, not giving up. You grow resilience. And hope. Do not give up on hope, because hope is a choice that you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to keep hoping. I'm going to be better. I'm going through this dark moment. I'm going to pursue and I will pertain. So those are some of the takeaways that I would want all of you to take as you read this book, Above the Storm.
That is so beautiful. So come, put your hands together. Yeah. I was wondering, Jane, let's say Elon Musk creates like a time machine that takes you back in time. Is there something you want to change? Is there something like you think you do differently? Can you think of something?
Yeah. If I could go back at the International Hospital in Kampala, Uganda, in that scorching sun heat of Africa, if I knew that there was going to be a day like this, that we're going to sit here with all of you celebrating that storm, as I said earlier, I would have looked in the face of this storm and told it, bring it on. I would have just embraced that storm. I would have been so willing to go through that challenge without hesitation. So I kind of feel like that is some area that I would have changed, because I really cried. I could not eat. One moment, the doctors found me and they thought I was the sick person, but I wasn't sick. It's just because I wasn't not eating, I wasn't drinking, I didn't know what day it was. I was just in that moment, but I didn't know what would happen at the end of it. But I'm encouraging all of you that whenever you face the storm, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
We're so grateful you're here, Jane. You stood against the storm and you made it. You're here, and we're happy about that. I think I have one last question for you. You set up a foundation for JC. I know that from the book. Can you tell us more about this foundation that you set up, so everyone can know and go and visit and donate if necessary?
Thank you so much. I know it's so. After all, because as we said, that the storm is something we learn from, and it's always there to push us to other levels of maybe being helpful to others, of being supportive to others. So when I was here, that was 2015, I felt deep in my heart to have a foundation created so we can cause awareness to people out in Africa, beginning from Uganda, so we can cause awareness about Stephen Johnson syndrome that affects people. So that's when I created the Just Lucky Foundation to cause awareness back in Uganda, and also here to help those who are, because when we came in, it was such a challenging moment here, but we decided that we can add that up on that foundation to cause our support, to give support to the new immigrants to fit in the community, and so they can get the potential among themselves to even give back to the community too. Yes, so that's
beautiful.
So people can visit it, because there is a website, www.jcluckyfoundation.org.
So it's www.jcfoundation.org. So if you have time, just visit and donate. I think you said about 100% of the profit goes to...
Oh yes, the books that we are getting today, it's totally for that charity. If you didn't come with anything today, you can... I don't know, they said Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App, yeah. I think, I don't know if we have the codes. We did have, I don't know if they have it on the table, but we had Cash App codes we were supposed to have on the table, so you can just scan it with your phone, and it'll take you to her Cash App. And that would be very helpful. Jane, I want to thank you so much. I think this is such a beautiful event. You've done so much and you've achieved a lot. It's not easy to write a book. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's clap our hands for Jane one more time. Okay. Why didn't this guy take the picture since? Okay, let's... All right, thank you so much. Come on, clap your hands, clap your hands. My hands a little. Yeah. All right. Thank you.